And hello YouTube, it is 6:23 p.m. Friday, December 2nd, 2022, and just leaving Bullocks right now, heading to Amazon to work my swap shift that was swapped for a mandatory overtime shift that ended up getting canceled. Yeah, it's weird, it's confusing, but I really feel like working tonight, so it's all good. I do worry I'm going to be kind of tired, because I'm honestly getting a little bit tired now, and it's yeah, it's going to be a long time until whoa, hello. It's going to be a long time until 5:30 this morning, so, or tomorrow morning, I should say. I have no idea what's on the news radio, but I'm not wanting to hear that noise at all. I heard this band's coming to town soon. I don't remember where, I don't remember when, and it's probably on a night that I have to work, but I never really listened to anything else by them, but I like this song a lot. And I saw them at a free show right when this song came out with my daughter back when she was still a teenager. It's one of the free concerts over at Tempe Marketplace, and it was actually a really good show. The opening band was really good too. I forget what the hell the name of the opening band was. Never heard of them before, but they were quite good. And I bought this random single-sided colored vinyl 7-inch single that they had out, which absolutely love that single. It's got a surprisingly decent value going on. Last time I checked it on Discogs. There's not very many copies of that pressed, I suppose. So,
I love living in the Phoenix, and I can
not as productive of a day working on music as I would like it to be. Not for a lack of trying, but somehow I got sidetracked working on John Denver karaoke, which was not on my agenda for today at all. When I opened my downloader, the Wondershare All My Tube downloader, it started having issues immediately, and that, as I've explained several times, stems from having too much stuff in its download buffer, which I don't like to clear out. Sometimes when I need more additional information on a track, by having that there, it allows me to easily look up the source page of where I got the video file, and there's some other benefits to having that list of what all I've downloaded, and you know, when it gets to that point where it's over 6,000 tracks in that list, I just need to make some more effort to file more of them away. So wow, this is way more traffic than I expected there to be on I-17. Damn. I did not check the traffic at all before I headed out from the bar. Oh, and I could check it on the Obama phone, but where is the Obama phone? I don't know. I'm thinking it fell on the floor when I slammed on my brakes for that guy that was flying from the side street on the right. Damn. Guess I'm just stuck with this traffic. Or I could just get off an idiot school right now. Yeah, screw this noise. I'll just tough it out without my traffic view. I got enough time to surface street it over to work. And hopefully I can get myself a red light and reach around on the floor to see where my damn phone landed. Oh, so anyway, yeah, I started just kind of going through going through files, trying to put stuff away so I could lower the amount of stuff in the list so I can get my downloader working properly. And of course, I was also downloading, from karaoke channels, trying to keep the flow of additional tracks coming in. Catching up on the Stingray Music channel, formerly known as the Karaoke channel, which gets their music from the company formerly known as Soundchoice. So yeah, I always try to keep up on that one. Although I feel like most everything that I pulled off that channel today was just redundant stuff that I already had. But sometimes those end up being notable upgrades over versions that I already have when I get around to comparing them. So I always try to get whatever they're giving away for free. I try to get it. And then after that, I ended up working on pulling stuff from the oh gosh, I'm trying to remember the name of the channel. I think it's called Voco Star. I've used a handful of their versions, not a lot. They're a little hit and miss on quality. With newer pop stuff, they tend to be really, really good. Although I don't do a whole lot of newer pop stuff these days. With older stuff, yeah, kind of hit and miss. So I'm not really sure kind of how I got stuck on John Denver, other than that's where I was just sort of flipping through, looking for files that I could put away as I was going through my download directory, and I saw two random John Denver karaoke tracks, and I looked in the library and I'm like, oh, those are actually both for songs I don't have. What the hell? I'm in the mood for listening to John Denver and adding more John Denver today. So, I forget exactly what the tracks were. I do know one of them came from the Karaoke Nerds YouTube channel. Wow, this vehicle in front of me has no taillights on. Oh, but there goes brake lights, and they're super dim. Lovely. Yep, no taillights and no headlights. It never fails to amaze me how many people I see driving around Phoenix after dark with no headlights and taillights on. Apparently has daytime running lights on. So anyway, I forget what the songs were. All the songs that I added were fairly deep tracks. I've already got a pretty comprehensive karaoke selection for John Denver. I remember the one was called I Want to Live. And I vaguely remember hearing that on the radio when I was a kid. And I know I have that John Denver album. That's just not one of those that I've ever listened to a lot. But that version came from Karaoke Cloud, which is what's on the Karaoke on Vivo YouTube channel, which is a throwback to what used to be Chartbuster Karaoke. So I'm sure that version was previously released, a Chartbuster Karaoke disc that I either don't have or have never got around to ripping. Anyway, that version was spot on. No issues with it at all. As was the one from Karaoke Nerds. I could hear just a hint that they'd used some vocal, some kind of vocal canceling software, but it was clean enough sounding. I went ahead and threw it in the library. And I'm trying to remember what that song was. Trying to remember what song that was. I don't know, something with Colorado in the title, which, in John Denver's discography doesn't nail it down much. Doesn't narrow it down much. Okay, finally got a red light. Might be long enough for me to find my damn phone. sucks. Yeah, I know it was right here too because I used it to check the time and date when I checked the time and date when I started this video. So I don't know how it went. Grr. Light's getting ready to change. I need to be ready to move with it. Oh. So, the song was called He'd Rather Be in Colorado or something like that. Short little 2.5-minute acoustic thing. Decent song. God knows who will ever sing any of this stuff, but I'm just trying to put together like the most comprehensive curated karaoke music library ever made. And honestly, at this point, I kind of think I'm already there, but just it's just my mission, you know, to keep growing it when I have the time to work on it. And it's one of the few things that I really, really enjoy doing when I can. So, anyway, those are the only two that were in the download directory where I was going through, you know, in alphabetical order under John Denver. And at that point, I just did a search of that directory in the search bar to see if there was anything else in it where maybe sometimes they'll have the word karaoke before the artist or the title, and then sometimes it'll be title first followed by artist. So I was searching to see if any would come up that way, and what surprised the hell out of me is a while back, I don't know, I want to say maybe 3 months ago, when I was working on karaoke music, I realized that I had some organized subdirectories where I'd organized them by which YouTube channel I'd pulled the stuff from. And I don't remember when I did that. I'm assuming I probably did it when I was working at the break room, my last stint at the break room, or gosh, maybe even before that. I really don't remember making those directories. But yeah, I was kind of surprised when I realized that I had stuff in there. And it was the same kind of thing where I was working on a specific artist, and I just searched for that artist, and then these other songs popped up, and I'm like, where the hell are those? Where are those on the, and you know, right click and properties to see the path of where the hell that file actually was. I'm like, oh, I have subdirectories in this directory. Didn't realize that. Wow. And yeah, there's like over 900 files that are all just karaoke tracks, unorganized karaoke tracks in those subdirectories. So today I realized that there was a lot of John Denver in it, which all came from the I think it's called Vocal Star channel, Vocal-Star. And unfortunately, the quality of the ones that I was going through were just not that good. I mean, it was a surprisingly large amount of like John Denver songs that I don't have versions for, karaoke versions for. And I did use some, but there were quite a few that I didn't use at all. I have no idea why I'm sitting in traffic right now. I'm nowhere near a traffic light. Oh man. Well, that guy got tired of waiting and just moved. God, it's now 36 after. I'm gonna end up being late for work. I think this lane was blocked by people trying to get into that left turn lane there for 51st Avenue. You know, that's another one like that one that I was on 75th Avenue, where there's enough room for a double left turn lane, but they've just got a single lane. It backs up so much it blocks their traffic. I don't understand why Phoenix doesn't fix that crap. I was really hoping I'd get to work early enough to eat some of my tacos. I had Bullocks do the Del Tacos the way I get them when I'm going to work at over at there it is. It's down in the recyclable cans on the floor. When I'm going to work and I get tacos from Del Taco, I had them do it with the lettuce and the tomatoes in little containers on the side. That way I can microwave them and then add the veggies. You know, I used to drive this part of town quite frequently as a cab driver, and I don't ever remember these stoplights being this poorly timed. It used to be you could do the speed limit on Indian School and get damn near every light green. I don't know what the hell happened. I don't know, it's almost like the city of Phoenix has deliberately fucked up the timing of the traffic lights just to discourage people from using surface streets. I'm trying to open Google Maps on the Obama phone. It's I don't know if it's the phone being slow or the service being slow. Oh, there it goes. Yeah, it says I got bars. So. Almost pointless now because I'm so close to work as I see another light turning red in front of me. Anyway, when all was said and done, I ended up adding five John Denver karaoke tracks that I didn't have. The one from Karaoke Cloud, the one from Karaoke Nerds, and then 3 from Vocal Star. And the oh snap! I'm looking through the traffic lines on my Obama phone, and it's just awful everywhere. There's no good options. Probably should have tried to turn left there. That was probably my best bet. So accident on 67th and 75th is looking awful as well, south of Thomas. You know, and I was trying to leave the bar earlier, but I just couldn't seem to get Heather's attention and give me what my total was for my food today. I told her earlier that I needed to go to work at Amazon tonight. She understands, like, I gotta go. I'm going to try to go down 67th. Google's showing an accident on 67th, but it's not showing a backup from the accident, so yeah, that'll work out all right for me. So yeah, out of the 3 that I added for Vocal Star for John Denver Karaoke, there were 3 other ones that were so far off from representing the songs they were supposed to represent that I decided not to add them. Well, actually, that's not true. One of those 3 was for an unreleased track, and being that the song is an unreleased track, that there's only like some bootleg live versions that exist of, at least from what little bit of research I did on it, I figured that would be entirely too problematic to figure out which bootleg version this particular karaoke track was based on. So I decided to just kind of skip that and move on to songs that were officially released. And then there were 2 of those that I ended up not going with. One of which, I forget the name of the song. Totally forget the name of the song, but it was a ballad that he did in the late 80s that was, oddly enough, a decent hit in Australia. It was a pop hit in Australia. That was released as, I know it was released as a single to promote a live concert video he did. I did download the concert video version, and I also downloaded the album version. The album version is like 3 minutes and 20 seconds long. The version on this karaoke track clocked in at just shy of 5 minutes. Now, I did find a couple lyric videos on YouTube that were also about that length, of just shy of 5 minutes. But neither of those in the description said where those versions came from. So I tried searching for it. Whatever the title of the song was, it's like two really common words, so it just produced way too many results on Discogs for me to really figure out what other version this version might be based on. Anyway, since it was so much longer than the original album version, and also the karaoke version was a notably slower tempo than the album version, I just decided not to add it. I don't add karaoke tracks if the karaoke track just doesn't. I need to be able to figure out what original version of the song it's based on, and if it's anything other than the regular album version of the song, like I'm not content to add it to my karaoke library unless I can denote that in the catalog as it, being a specific different version. And generally speaking, I try to shy away from those type of versions until I can find one for like the more, what would be considered like the normal version of the song. I figure it's okay to have like unusual karaoke versions for a song, as long as I also have it, in addition to the regular version of that song. So yeah, passed on that one. And then the other one, and this one was a big disappointment for me, because most of the songs that I was looking at today were songs I was not familiar with. This song is actually one of my favorite John Denver songs. It's called Follow Me. It's off his second album, which I don't know if I've ever owned that album. The cover didn't look familiar to me. It came out in early 1970. But that particular song is also on the first John Denver Greatest Hits, which I've had numerous copies of since I was a little kid. And yeah, that's just one of those songs that's just been a personal favorite of mine since I was, probably 5 years old. And made the effort to get an MP3 of it, and that was great. Definitely worth the time to add that to my karaoke library, even if it's not the sort of thing I'm going to play at any of my regular gigs. But as soon as I started playing the karaoke version, all I could think of is, what the fuck is this? Like, just, it wasn't like the length was massively off either, but just the arrangement was just completely different. So I really didn't have time to figure out if it was based off some other recording of the song, like maybe a later live version, or maybe a later re-recorded version. But with it being so far from the original version, which is on his second album and also on his first Greatest Hits album, which has been reissued so many times, it was so far off from the way I know the song. It was just like, no, I'm not adding this. So, anyway, that's what I worked on. I'm sure that was probably boring as shit for everybody listening, but hey, still feels good to keep making progress on my karaoke library. I also added the music video for Adina Howard, Freak Like Me. Unfortunately, since it's a music video from the 1990s, it's a censored version of the song, but it's all right. I'm sure I'm going to be into playing. I'll be playing that quite a bit at Bullux. That fits right in with the crowd I got there. Did a handful of other random MP3s. I did a couple other videos. I don't recall what they were off the top of my head right now. But Mostly just working on organizing, trying to get redundant things filed away, and plowing away at downloading new stuff. I did socialize a little bit, but not much. Mostly just kind of stayed in my corner and kept to myself. Damn, I'm still at 67th Thomas. And it's 9:49. I'm definitely going to be late to work. Yeah, this is going to be one of those put some PTO on it kind of days. That just sucks, because I left at a time I figured I would have got to work on time. And had Heather actually cashed me out at the time that I walked up there, it was like, yeah, I got to pay for my food and go. Would have not been late. Grr. I just don't ever remember traffic being like this driving on the west side at almost 7 o'clock on a Friday. Used to be when I was a cab driver out here, I'd get around this area super quick. And all the lights were synchronized. Now, God, it seems like every intersection I'm hitting a red light. It looks like it's going to get extra shitty when I get up to I-10. Good times. And I guess at this point I can put the other phone away and quit looking at the traffic, because I'm already late to work. So I did take a break from working on the karaoke to roll over to Ross. Got a package of the kind of socks I was looking for. Seems like lately every time I go to Ross, the only socks they have are the ankle socks. I kind of need ones that go up higher for when I'm working. So that's one less hassle, since I still haven't managed to find the time to do laundry. I am going to try to make an effort to do that tomorrow. Did get some text messages from Priscilla today, and generally my response to them was, yeah, whatever. She should know me right now. If she wants to actually get my attention, she just needs to get nasty with the text messages. Send me some dirty pictures or something. Somebody's trying to pass me on the right there. And it's not the passing lane, fool. Traffic coming in on the 10. It's pretty wild. Oh yeah, he's in a hurry. He's gonna zip around me here. Gonna get on it in that Hyundai.
Either way though, have a wonderful weekend. Nighttime Rob's on your radio next. I'm leaving you with New Boy With You with Oliver Tree. This is Sick of You on Alt AZ.
I wonder what's going on with all the inbound traffic on that traffic jam with inbound traffic on I-10. Usually it's outbound I-10. It's jammed up this time of night. Anyway, apparently I still don't really know what she was asking for help with, but one of the text messages Priscilla sent me was asking about her dolly, which, like a dolly, like for moving furniture and stuff. And I don't know why the hell she left it at my place. Like, I was really on her for months to get all her shit out of my apartment, and she still really hasn't. And at this point, she's made, like, just even when she's been at my place, she doesn't grab anything and take it with her when she leaves her place. Like, at this point, I feel like everything she's left at my place is functionally abandoned. I did plug in the air filter that she left there, so hopefully the air will be a little air purifier filter. Hopefully it'll be a little nicer when I get home tomorrow morning. Because it seems like when I wake up, my eyes hurt. I'm sure it just has a lot to do with dust and crap and in the air in my apartment. So hopefully that'll make a difference. But anyway, yeah, I don't know where the other dolly is. It might be in my storage. I think I moved it into my storage to get it the hell out of my kitchen, but it might still be in my kitchen for all I know. But yeah, you know, she had months to get. Oh, you want something of yours that's at my place? Yeah, you had months to get it. I don't care. At this point, I don't care. I'm not dropping what I'm doing to go get it for you. Sorry. And yeah, she's asking about it. I'm like, I don't know where it is, and I'm not at home, and I don't plan on being home until 6 in the morning. So texted back. So I'm like, oh, you got lucky. No, I didn't get lucky. I wish I got lucky. And she said that. I just sent like 3 messages, and I didn't respond quite away because generally speaking, when I'm over at the bar working on music, I'm socializing with the people that are there with me at the bar, and I'm working on music. I'm not really looking at my phones at all. In fact, more often than not, they're in the back of the DJ booth area on chargers. Not even near me. And which today, no exception on that. So yeah, his messages had been a while since she sent them before I responded to them. So she had the one saying, "Oh, you got lucky tonight," and then she's like, I forget what the other one was, and it was something like, "Oh, I see you're ignoring me again." To which I responded, "No, I'm ignoring my phone. You're not here, just like you're always not here." She did respond and invite me to come join her place tomorrow night, and maybe I will, maybe I won't. I'm yeah, just kind of on my shit list right now. Anyway, I made it here not late, but by the time I get into the time clock, I'm gonna be late. Dashboard clock says 6:54, so it's surely later than that. Let's see how off that clock is now. Now it says 6:55. Obama phone says 6:56. Yeah, we'll be late at the time clock. Well, I'll do my best to try to not be late, so I'm going to wrap this up. Thanks for coming with me on the drive, and hopefully that wasn't too painfully boring to you, but I'd like to kind of wrap up in my head what I got done when I'm working on music.